I'm gonna rate this album a 8.3.
One Central C, hey, your body, hey.
Love, love, love. It's overdue. The link up's overdue.
Sure, man, I know for real.
Yeah, no, I'm here, man. I'm ready for that. I'm dropping my album.
Oh, I didn't know you were dropping an album.
Can't Rush Greatness. That's the name.
Can't Rush Greatness.
Can't rush it.
How the am I not on that album, though? Like, that's crazy.
He did it. He's done it. Congratulations to Central C. He's released one of the greatest UK rap albums ever. One of the most important UK rap albums.
On the 24th of January 2025, Central C dropped his debut album, Can't Rush Greatness, which has changed the face of UK rap forever. You could even argue that he has bridged the gap between the UK and America. So we're going to go through the album, review each song, and tell you our opinions and what we think about the album as a whole.
Track 1 is No Introduction, and it starts off with a hard-hitting beat, and he just goes in saying that people are mentioning other people in forums and that, and they're not mentioning him when he deserves all the respect for what he's doing, bridging the gap from the UK to America. And I like the Steph bar as well. As soon as I heard that bar the first time, I willed it. Disgusting.
And then also he was talking about how he bigs up things in Paris. Like, he was saying that the things he's done is in America and Paris. He's not just doing it to big up his brand. Of course, that's part of it, but it's also paving the way for people. I had this conversation with you before. The people in the past, like the Wileys and all these people and the Skeptors and people that have come before him, they pushed it to a certain level for the people coming after them. And they've pushed it so far. So now he's pushing that boat to America and doing what he's doing for the people in the future. In the next 5-10 years, they can push it even further. It was a strong intro. I think the main thing was the high energy of it. I wouldn't say it's the greatest thing in the world. It's a bit repetitive, but the high energy, the album in general started off with mad high energy. And then it moved on to the next tune, which is 5 Star. And this tune, it was a Mad About Bars remake. He had a Mad About Bars in 2020 with Kenny Allstar. And this is where the saying, I think he said he's been saying it his whole career, can't rush greatness. This is where it came from. And he repeated the same bars and flow that he had in that freestyle.
You see, when he came at H, yeah, I'm there thinking, H is a much better rapper than you. And if you two were to go back and forth, H would put him in an absolute blender. Like, this guy's not a lyricist. He's more focused on his image and the marketing. H comes from grime, so this guy can actually rap.
I hear you though. I hear you though.
Know what I mean?
But Sench can bar. Let's not underestimate Sench thing. Sench has always been like that. There's a lot of rappers like that. He's not here for all the passa, all the barring and stuff, which is kind of a competitive sport. It's like, imagine you're a football player and there's another football player or another football team that you could be rivaling against in the Champions League or something, and you're shying away from the rivalry. It's a competitive sport. This H thing ain't no gang beef rubbish, like stuff like that. This is just pure rapping ability spitting. And a lot of people have been comparing it to the Drake and Kanye thing, where they're saying that H is like not Drake and Kanye, I'm bugging, Kendrick. And they're saying like H is like Kendrick and Sench is like Drake. But I just think Sench is like, you're not on my level, that kind of thing. Or not on a rap thing, but he said, I'm not even going to give you the attention or the time of day. And I don't even think, if you listen to it, I don't even think he was trying. I think you should know that's a diss, but I don't think he was trying to diss H. I don't think he was really, it wasn't a mad diss. Like, the diss that he said with the reply that H got, I don't think that was warranted. Of course, H, do your thing. Like, you're going to take the opportunity there. But I don't think man was dissing you like that. A guy called H, I hear it, it's a sly one, but he wasn't calling you out your name and moving mad. You get what I mean?
Next tune was called Gata, featuring this Puerto Rican artist called Young Michael. And it just reminded me of a FIFA song. Literally, even the way Central C was flowing on it as well. A lot of people say he doesn't switch up his flow. On this one, he switched it up because it was a slower beat as well. And again, it's another good collab with an international artist. He's winding in his audience. So yeah, I like this one.
And also, yeah, all the Spanish-speaking people are going to be hearing this, and he's going to grab that audience. And trust me, don't be listening to this review thinking, oh, it's every single tune's cold and everything is this. I'll be brutally honest. I'll say when it's dead. And I'll be honest, like, on Central C's come up to a day in their life loading, man was hearing that stuff. When it got into, like, the Pink Panthers tunes and some of the tunes, I wasn't feeling it too tough. But I feel like this album brought back the real rap. The Central C rollback and had substance. And this Gata tune, the way he flowed on that part where the beat came in, it was like, man was doing that. Man was doing the unknown T-bop. What is it called? What's it called?
The T-bop.
The T-bop. Man was doing the T-bop on that because the way he was flowing on that was mad. And the tune after that was St. Patrick's. And this tune was a... The tune after that was St. Patrick's, and this tune, I think it was made for the Americans, because when he's saying St. Patrick, if you listen to the tune, he's saying St. Patrick, like, because the green of the American money is, the American thing is green, you get me? So I think he was trying to relate to his American audience, but this tune was decent, I liked it, but this tune was a bit repetitive. It was a bit of the same stuff. It was a bit of the same stuff again, which I don't think I would listen to one of this type of tune, but I'm not gonna say it was bad.
I like the tune because it was a fast tempo, it was real rap as well, and yeah, it was very lively. That's similar to another UK artist called Ambush. He makes a lot of that music, and that's what I really like.
That grew up in a jumpy place. That's a jumpy place. Everybody getting white food wasted. But it wasn't that. It was more real rap. Like, it was fast tempo. A lot of his tunes are like that. And the tune after that was the tune that the album led with a couple days before. GDP. GBP, what is that? Great British Bang. You get me? And yeah, this tune was with 21 Savage, who's also from England. He was born in, I think he was born in East.
Newham, innit?
He was born in Newham, you get me? So, and he moved over to America. But yeah, this tune is amazing for the American audience. It hits a different market. And I just think it introduces a lot of our culture to them. You get what I mean? To a lot of Americans that don't know about us. And it's just, even to have the flag in the back of the video and everything, it's different, man. It's different. Like, UK artists, before when UK artists were making tunes with Americans, it was kind of like I'll be real, it's like, you're helping us out, or we'll give you bare money to do it. You're helping us out. Now, it's like, yeah, man are asking Central C to be on the tune. You could argue he's pushing more sales and all that than them, man. It's a flowy one, man. You could have had the UK, could have had the AK-47 with 100 rounds. That's the one thing I'll say about this album. There's a lot of different moods. There's a lot of different... You need a tune like this, just like a hype tune that's repetitive. He's hit every single thing. There's real rap. There's more deeper tunes. He's got the UK type of thing with Skepta, which we'll get to. He's got the Dave tune that's a bit more thought-seeing. He's got the Little Dirk thing. He's got the melody thing. He's covered all bases. And this tune is not one of my favourites on the album, but I see what it does. And it might not be, how to explain it? It might not be the best musical, which a lot of people in the UK do like, but that's what Americans like. They like that hit, that it's like 50 Cent, where you're just talking grease. You're just talking grease. That's what they like.
The next tune is Top Freestyle. I like this one because he's literally just saying where he's come from, where he is now, saying that he'll get #1 easy. Like, the bar's not really set high these days for him because of where he's at. And yeah, his focus is just going international now because he's got the UK on Smash.
And that's mad. Like, who's saying that? Who's saying my thing's going number one? I don't even need to worry about that. Like, that's when you know you're clear. Like, man has the confidence to say that. Even the biggest artists in the UK that are even not even rap, outside of rap, pop artists, they would be scared to say I'm going number one. He knows already. Man knows the thing's locked off in the UK. Do you get what I mean? But I don't know about America-wise. We'll see how far that gets. But yeah, this tune, I'll say one thing I'll say as a criticism is the bars and the flow was a bit repetitive. But I liked the theme of the album where a lot of the time he was talking about how he struggled jumping over train barriers, just all the stuff he used to go through that he doesn't have to deal with anymore because of the work he put in. I feel like that's the main theme of it. Even the Can't Rush Greatness title, it shows it wasn't always like this. To get to this point, the work I had to put in years and years. He's making music for 10 years. He's been making music for 10 years. And he's probably only seen the recognition in the last 5, I would say. Maybe even less than that. So, do you understand my point? Like, Rome weren't built in a day. That's the point of the album. Rome was not built in a day. It takes time to build things. You cannot expect things tomorrow and fail and think it's just gonna come to you. You have to fail 15 times before you get the success. That's how things work.
Before he was chopping and changing his sound, etc. Obviously found the rap thing to work for him now. And yeah, he's just smashing it.
The next tune on the album was Up North. And I'll be real, I was not feeling this tune. It felt a bit like a sandwich filler one. But I get it again. He's saying I'm going up north and this is up north and I was struggling. I didn't have dinner and all thing like that. He didn't eat his dinner and he was eating his instant noodles, which he says on bare tunes. I get it. The journey's cold. The beat ain't horrible. Again, a bit repetitive.
I would say, it's the same flow. It's just the same flow again and again. And as a listener, you get quite bored. You want to hear a bit of a switch up. I'm not saying what he's saying is bad, it's just the flow. That's it.
I feel like a little bit musically, which he doesn't need the musically side. He more needs like the marketing and all that side. But I feel like a little bit musically might have hit a ceiling. Where I feel like the tune where we're going to get to, the Little Dirk thing, he could get down a new avenue. Do you get what I mean? Because of all that, he's done that before, the auto-tune type singing stuff.
I was watching a thing of him the other day with Spotify, and he said it like his upcoming next project after this, obviously, he wants to like include like a band with like his production side of things. So yeah, I want to see him develop as an artist, because if he does that.
But the next tune, CRG, Can't Rush Greatness, featuring Dave. This tune here, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The beat was just, them type of beats there. Sench, I can't lie, that's one thing I'll say about Sench. He's got mad beat selection. The beat selection is crazy. And even if you hear Dave, the way he came in, he said, I don't know about heartache because I got heartaches or something like that. It's like, I'm waffling, but he basically said 2 meanings with the acres and heartache. Do you get what I mean? Because he's got bare acres now. He said he made millions of his pain and shit like that. He got this yard of this pain. You get what I mean? Like, Dave, I'll be real, Dave. Yo, I can't wait for that Dave album, man. I can't. But it's because Dave, some people didn't like this tune because it was like, it's not a sprinter. People were expecting the banger, the big, like the GPP, whatever the fuck it's called, with 21 Savage. They were expecting that thing, bare gas, bare hype, like Sprinter. This thing was just, it was a chill one. It was like that tune that Dave has called Propeller. If you go check that out, that tune was very similar. It was just a chilled vibe, and Dave can just drop his bars, a bit like Gigs, where he just drops the chilled bars, one, two words, but. Yeah, for me, I love this tune, man. I love this tune. I could repeat it bare times. It's like man said, Dave said, I don't care if them man lose. I just want to see us man win. Like man is just spitting whacks. Like the real bars, the real rap in this is mad.
I like the skippy flow that he was using on the hook, and he switched it up on this one. This was the best hook that he dropped from himself on the album for me.
For your opinion, for
it
me,
was
no.
sick.
I think that Little Dirk one was. I think when we get to the Little Dirk one, you're gonna hear my opinion, because that tune there, that tune's getting blasted on
I hear
repeat.
that.
The main vibe I get from this Dave tune is it's inspirational, man. It's just the vibe, the beat, just everything. Even the man says, "Slow down with the greatness, gotta take time on a date night," and he just kept going. Man thought he was gonna stop.
I
Just
got
barring.
bruv, it's hard.
Yeah, why for that? Why for that? It's hard, you know. Man saying it's hard. Like no, there's no gal here. It's just Sench and Dave on the tune. It's bare woods. And you're talking about it's hard.
Yeah, man, and you as well.
What? What? It's bare man and me. Yeah, let's get to the next tune. I don't know what my man's on. Yo, why?
The next track on the album was Limitless. This was one of my favorites on the album because of the substance that he was talking with. Talking like, I'm the man, I've got to pay the bills. Like, I'm the older brother, I have to step up and provide. He also paying homage to Skepta, using the bullet from a gun lyric. How greedy as well. So he's in tap with the UK culture. Yeah, this one was sick. When I saw the video for it as well, hard. The video made it even harder.
Why for that again? But the black and white video, I hear what you're saying. The black and white video, just gritty from the ground up. Yuck, you get me? But the main thing I got from this, I would say, is the pure, like, all this shit, bro. Man has to hold it down. You get what I mean? Like, man had to build it from step by step. The video was like of them running and just, you know what I mean? Just grind. That's the main thing I got from this song. Grind. Man said on one bar, you can go to the same opticians, but we ain't got the same vision. You get what I mean? He said, man can get your eyes fixed, like, man, but the way, man, the path I was looking at, the way I was looking, you weren't seeing that before.
You ain't seeing what I'm seeing.
You know what I mean? It's gone. What I was seeing is brought into reality. You get what I mean? You can go to the Specsavers. You get what I mean? But yeah, it obviously is a basic bar, but it's real life what he's talking. The tune after that was Now That We're Strangers featuring Kamal. And yeah, this tune is mad. It was about his ex, what's her name? Madeline, whatever. And he was just it's a different mood. This is more for the gal, you get what I mean? And you need them type of tunes on the album. The slow tunes where it's deeper and he's just talking about all the things he's been through. And yeah, I think it's got to do with, the reason he broke up with this ex is something to do with the Ice Spice thing. The Ice Spice, what's it called? Ice Spice thing where you use it as a marketing thing. What's the tune they have?
Doing it first. Well, I don't know what the tune
if you cheat, I'm doing it first.
Yeah.
You know, I hit the reverse, all that shit. I don't listen to that shit, but you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it was for that. So, yeah, this tune, it worked for me, really. The voice, I'll be like, yeah, the voice of Kamal at the start, I've heard him on Dave's tune, Mercury. That was serious. That was serious. Like, this guy's a singer, and I just feel like they should have put his name on the album. It would have done a lot more for his recognition and everything. Like, people know who he is, but it helps when you have the actual name there. People, like, because when you have at the start of the tune, when you had Young Maiko, you're thinking, who's that? A couple people, maybe Spanish people. Like, Spanish people might click it and go, let me check that online. But put the brother's name on the album. But yeah, mad singing at the start and the end. And yeah, the way you just chill with it, you can switch it up. Because I keep hearing people, like, I agree, certain tunes, I feel like certain tunes he has a repetitive flow. But I keep hearing people going, oh, every tune's with the same flow. It's not. This tune was a different flow. The GPP, I can't even say that. It was the same flow, the GP, when you get ill and that. And like, so all the other tunes, they've all got different. There's a lot of tunes that have different flow.
Tune with Dave as well.
What I would say is there's certain tunes where he stays on the same flow for too long. I don't think you can. There's different. Some tunes have different flows, but he stays on the same flow for too long in the song, and it just gets boring in the same song. That's what I would say. Now the next song, "Truth in the Lies" featuring Dirk. Yeah,
Smirk.
this tune is an anthem, straight up. I don't give a damn. Best tune on the album. This tune here has been banged out in my ears repeatedly. Again and again and again and again. You get what I mean? This tune here, the So Sick remix by Neo, that tune is just like Central C has made tunes like that in the past. When before he started doing the rap thing, he was doing that since from like 2016 all the way to 2020. I wasn't listening to them times, but I went back and listened to it, and yeah, so he's used to doing this type of sound. And this tune is just, how can he flow on that? And then Dirk comes in like that. Yuck! Like Dirk would flow. And this is the thing. Normally these UK artists, you get, like, I'll be real, KSI and there's some other UK artists, they get a dead verse from the Americans. The Americans feel like they're just doing it for money. This brother actually got serious verses from 21 Savage, from Lil Durk as well. And just, yeah, it feels like this man are doing it properly. Even the Drake thing on Radar Radio, I feel like he did it properly. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's mad. That tune it's got replay value. It hits the old heads because of the so sick remix. It hits the young G's because they're hearing that anyway.
Yeah,
it
it's
hits,
gonna be going crazy on TikTok.
exactly. Them gunman, the gunman are gonna hear it as well. So that's just an anthem, man. I can't stop playing that tune again and again, man. It's serious.
I do hear it. It's not my favorite on the album, but it's definitely top 3. 100%. It's a banger.
It's the best.
It's a banger. But
the best.
I'm not really into the melodic things like that. I'm more into the straight rap. So
He likes the grease.
yeah.
Yeah, he likes them 50 Cent. Them man are just talking pure crap.
Jada Kiss, all them man there.
Yeah, for me, I'm a bit more versatile. I'm not in the gutter like him. You know what I mean? So that tune, serious.
The next song on the album was 10 featuring Big Scappy. This one here, in my opinion now, the best song on the album. When I heard this, the way the beat starts, and then when it drops, yuck.
It's serious, a good tune.
His beat selection is top tier. The way Skepta comes in on his verse as well, he's just flowing. And yeah, as you were saying to me off camera, it's like a grime thing. It's like the hook's very repetitive.
Again, 10.
10.
How many things we got? 10.
Yeah.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
That's what I like. It's none of this melodic thing. It's just straight barring, and man are just saying it clearly.
And that's the thing. I feel like that song was made for the UK, strictly. That song is a UK hit. That's not for America. And that's one thing I can say about the album. I thought before the album it was just going to be fully for Americans, and he's left the UK. But I feel like on this album he catered to both. Even some of the samples that he had at the start of things, where he's had Young Spray on it, he had the How Greedy guy, who else was on it? He had that
Kenny
All-Star from that Mad About Bars. He had that Liverpool guy in the end of Up North. Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like he catered to both. He's not just throwing away the UK and saying I'm a worldwide artist, which he is doing with getting the Spanish man and getting this and getting the French brothers and getting the Americans. He's actually catering for us as well. Like, he's talking about London, stuff that's happening in London. He's talking about the culture, and also he's showing off the culture to other people around the world, which is mad. So people are learning stuff about us they didn't even realise.
And obviously Big Scappy, Skepta, Big Smoke, whatever you want to call him, is a goat of UK rap because he's come from the start, he's come from grime. And every era, he's reinvented himself. Why do you think he's still here today? Don Drill, man's on the wave thing with that Flow Mini girl, wavy tune.
Why lie?
Yeah.
That tune. He's just so versatile, man. He can jump from anything. Drill, UK rap, grime. He's a goat, man. He's the goat of UK rap. I don't give a damn. Like, Sench is cold right now, and Sench is doing his thing, and Sench is the biggest, but Skepta, the talent, he can go through any era. He can go on any beat. He can do the gal thing. He can do the grease. He can just jump through every hoop and hurdle. Like, this guy's in his, I think he's in his 40s.
No, he is in
He's in his 40s, and he's got the swag of a fucking 25-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, certain man them ages are getting called unk. My man, he's just greasy with it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to glaze too tough, but he's the best. He's the best. He's the best, man. He's the best. Then the next tune is one that we've already heard before, which came out over half a year ago, which is Ban for Ban. And you can see by his face already.
I'll be real. I'll be honest, TikTok absolutely ruined this song for me. It's Brain Rot and Little Baby's verse. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's trash. I think it's. I'll be real.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. That, like, I feel like Little Baby was cold years ago. I feel like recently he hasn't been on it. You could argue, a lot of people said that saved his career, which I think that's not true. I still think Lil Baby's up there. He's one of the biggest like rappers in the world, and he does have bangers, and he has dropped cold tunes. I like the tune he had with DBE. That Nookie tune was cold.
Yeah.
But this, like, if you actually listen to Sench's part and the hook is catchy. Sench's part is cold. I think it's hard hitting bars.
Funny.
Yeah, but his part, and especially the end, the last verse, it weren't good, man. He's just, sound like he was getting a trim, bruv. He getting a skin fade. You know what I mean? Dead. It was dead. But yeah, we've heard this one before, so I won't talk too much on it. We'll go into the next one, which is Gen Z Love, which also came out before the album. And this one's another different one for the gal them, talking about all the love and thing like that. Like I like more of the gal them tune when it's more hype, like the Truth in the Lies with Lil Durk. This one again, this is for gal. Man, don't want to be hearing Central C talking about them things in my ear there. That's a bit fruity. You get what I mean?
And then Gen Z Love, FYP Love, bruv. I think this tune's arse, I'll be honest.
You're going mad. It's not
Arse, cuz.
just because it's not your thing, it's not for you. It's for gal. It's not for you.
We'll
I
bang
understand.
for the TikTok, we'll bang for the girl, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me. It'll be real. It's not for me. But still, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's for a different demographic. You know what I mean? It's not for this brother here. You don't say drill rappers talking madness. And we have the next two tunes, which is Walk in the Wardrobe, which it was bad. I'll be real. That tune was bad. And then the beat switch was switched with Kai Cenat coming in. Big him up. That's mad to even have Kai Cenat on the thing. But I'm straight up with it. It felt like a filler on the album. It wasn't great. And it was a deeper one. It was deeper. He was talking real life. He was talking his story, which you can't put down. Like, that's his thing. He can talk what he wants. But it just weren't for me, man. It weren't. It was a bit too... it weren't. Listen to that again. I won't listen to it. I don't think I'll put that in my playlist or listen to it again.
I mean, I like the second part after Kai Cenat said what he said. But for me, it just wasn't hitting. The first part was just so boring.
And a lot of albums are like this. There's a lot of albums that are good, but they have couple tunes that are not the best, which is normal. Which, yeah, obviously you should be trying to make every tune a banger, but it's normal. You know, not everyone's Kanye West with College Dropout that can have every single song a banger. It's not normal. There's certain tunes where it's not there. But you can have a varied opinion where certain tunes are cold and certain tunes are dead. It's not just one or the other where you say Central C's rubbish or Central C's the worst, you know what I mean, or the greatest rapper ever, which he's not.
You can have like a middle
ground. You can have a middle ground. Certain tunes are good, certain tunes aren't. And the next tune as well, I'd say the same. The intro was funny. It had, if you know RTM podcast, the person who's the main guy on RTM is Young Spray and his co-host Chronix. And they said the intro, man said, "What's the definition of real?" And then what did he say?
Man said, "I'll shoot people for my friends." That's real.
I hear it. I hear what he's saying, but yo, this Chronix guy is too funny, man. This Chronix guy, if you know about him, do your research. RTM podcast.
This guy's lost it.
He's lost his mind. He's lost his marbles. You know what I mean? That's a shoot your friends. And he said, "I shot man in his head. I shot man in his thigh. I shot man in his god. I shot man in every single body part." You know what I mean? That guy, that was funny to have on the start of the album. But again, this must be tune. Let's get into the tune. Shit again. I'll be real.
I'll be honest, worst one in the album.
Worst one in the album, I'll be real. That tune, what is it be the real? What's the real? Must be. If I don't know, it's under me. Must be. And I don't know, must be. Another throwaway tune, I'll be real.
Obviously, his beat selection sick, but the
even that tune, even that beat was shit.
The beat on this was shocking. Worst beat on the album, worst song.
It weren't great. I'll be straight up. Like I said before, I'm just talking from a musical standpoint. I'm giving it brutal honesty. I rate Sench as an artist. You know what I mean? There's certain tunes on this that are cold in this album, but that weren't it. That weren't it, big man.
The last track to end the album was Don't Know Anymore, and this was a deeper one of him talking about like what he had to do to get to the current position he's at today, etc. And yeah, I think it was just a great send-off on the album. The beat was nice as well, had pianos in the background. And yeah, he was just spitting his problems to do with all the money that he's got now due to his fame, etc.
And it was a deeper one as well. It was a deeper one. He was talking deep topic about how he came up and his mum was struggling and all this type of madness. And it's a deeper one. And also he was talking about his friend who's called Bambino, who's another rapper that he grew up with. And they're not friends anymore. And he was talking about the situation because there's been a lot of talk from him online about what's happened and why he wasn't fucking with it. And Central just gave his own opinion, like, because you know what I mean. When you hear a story, you don't want to hear one side of the story because someone's gonna push that narrative. So it's good to hear the other side of the story from Central's point. But yeah, it was a deeper one, and I think like things like that happen in life, but the Bambino guy, he should use that as a platform to push his music, because I've heard some of his music. He is a decent artist. But yeah, it's a deep topic, isn't it? He was talking, because I don't think he would respond to all of that stuff. Like, that's the stuff he responds to. I feel like he responds to real life stuff, like stuff with his ex, stuff with his best friend. Yeah. He don't respond to all the rap disses with Digga D and all these type of people. But yeah, like, that's a good way to close the album, I would say.
Yeah, my initial thoughts coming into this album was thinking, like, is this guy really going to come with some substance? And for me, he ticked that in the Limitless tune. I was very impressed with that. And the album as a whole, the different variety of songs that he had, catering to everyone pretty much as well. The way he's taken over the UK, what he's doing now, pushing towards the US. No, this is unseen. Like, it's history. Like, so this is a classic in my opinion.
And literally, whether you like him, you like his music, or you don't, you have to rate what he's doing. Like, this is gonna help people for the scene. It's gonna help people. And I remember watching a video years ago about Wiley. He was saying that America, like UK artists, will never be listened to in America because of our accent, and we can't be related to them. Which I hear. I still see that Central C. He's big over there, but he's not a household name. He's not that yet. We still haven't got to that level. But I feel like he's broken boundaries and he's changed that, where this is the furthest someone's ever gone. Do you get what I mean? It's like, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's like when the Americans got the flag and went to the moon, blood. Do you get what I mean? Like man's laughing, like, you know what I'm trying to say. The Americans went to the moon. You know what I mean? Like, he's gone to the moon, and now you're saying and stuck this and put that on the British flag there, and now you're complaining, say, why hasn't he gone to Mars? Let the next brother in 10 years go to Mars. You get what I mean? But he's pushed the thing mad. Like, I think he's the biggest artist in the UK ever, numbers wise. Rapper, not artist, because obviously there's Beatles and Ed Sheeran and all them man there. But I'm saying just rapper wise, I think he's the biggest artist ever. And if you even walk outside in London, you'll see his face somewhere, posted up somewhere. It's just, I've never seen someone take over just everything. I'm not even hearing another rapper's name. He's just taking over the whole week and everything. Like, even when Nines drops his albums, which I'm the biggest Nines fan, I rate Nines more than Cench. But like, this is another level. This is unprecedented. Do you get what I mean?
And he could potentially hit the billboards in America. Do you know how crazy that is? Even his sales in America, people were thinking he might get 10,000 to 15,000. They're predicting 35,000.
That's mad. And
first
how many
week.
artists from here have tried already and not done that in America? There's lots of artists.
You've had Skep tried the thing with A$AP Rocky. Obviously, the tune did amazing, but still, even him.
He's not known like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the rating I'm going to give this album, I'll probably give it, I was going to give it an 8. I'm going to push it up to 8.5 because I feel like still there is some shit tunes on there, but as a whole, there's bangers, there's classics in there as well. We have to have a balance. We can't just say everything's amazing and everything's rubbish. Is that some stuff are okay, some stuff are bad, some stuff are good. That Little Dirk tune will get, I will banged it out. The Dave thing. I think the Dave, the Little Dirk, the Limitless, I've been listening to the most. They're the three. And the Spanish tune, that Gata tune. They're my favourites. But I think I'll give that 8.5. What about you?
I'll give that a solid 8. It was a good, very good album. I'll personally say, obviously, it's not better than Psychodrama for me personally.
But that's because
by Dave.
that's for us. That's the problem. This
From
is
a
for
musical
everyone.
standpoint.
Yeah,
But yeah, for what he's done, and like the album is a good album. People are just hating on him because he's the biggest rapper. It's cool to hate the biggest rapper.
Exactly. People like you when you're like this.
Yeah.
But when you're there, now people want to knock you back down there. Allow it, man.
Yeah, man,
Rate his
people
thing.
say, oh, it's wet and all of that, bro.
But it's also, you have to have
Yeah.
the other side where you have to give constructive criticism. You can't just bum lick and give everything. Just be brutally
Yeah.
honest, innit? Don't be trying to follow a wave. Oh, my man said Sench is wet, so he's wet. Like, move yourself, man. Move
I think
yourself.
like what he needs to improve on, what I've seen, it is an occurring theme. Just switch up your flow sometimes in
It is.
tunes.
Oh, in tune.
And not have a constant flow throughout the tune. If he does that, then yeah, he's good. Because like what he's rapping about, there's substance there. Like he's actually good.
But also, when someone challenges you on a rap thing, if you want to be the biggest rapper in the country, I understand it. You're gonna lick all man H. I understand it, but you kind of have to respond. He's saying bar for bar, you can't chat to me, and you've got ghostwriters and all this type of thing and all this type of that. I feel like you kind of have to respond or even do something. You can't just ignore it because, like, how do I explain it? The marketing and all this stuff is great, but the substance is important, which his album has substance. But long term, you need to, you know what I mean? You need to develop them skills a bit more because, like, even with the Dave thing, where he did that Dave freestyle with Dave in that room, what was it?
I don't know exactly what
But
it's
if
called,
you know what I'm talking, the beat, he said the beat was too fast, and then Dave took the mic and just spun him. Do you get what I mean? Things like that can't be happening if you're the biggest MC in the country. But he's not an MC. I feel like he's not an MC. He's also not a pirate radio rapper. He's not that. He is a brand. That's the difference. He's a brand. So it's not he's not there for all of that. He's not even, he said it, I'm not here for all this rap, getting the musical, who's got the musical best, who's the musically this, that. I'm here to just sell my thing, say what's on my mind, say what I actually feel, put the music I like out, and that's it. He's not here for all the shenanigans, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you guys for watching this album review. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you agree with us, disagree with us, what you think about the album yourself. And make sure you like and subscribe. But we'll be back with another one.